Hello there, this is Reece Russell, and you're watching the Weekly Steelchair.
Come on! You know Reece has got you! Yeah! One! Break the steel chair down! Break down the steel chair! For those about to love! I'm what you want! Baby, you know you're Judas and I'm your Christ! Baby, what I got is not from the list! Bring it from the stage in the rage of the place! Step in the arena and break the chairs down! Step in the arena and break the chairs down! Now you know! Coming on down! It's like Reece, you know I got you! So now you know! So we do! I'm awakened from a deep sleep. You're all weak. You're living in the agony of defeat. I am the master of your whole head. I am the pastor flocculation. Step into the town and break the walls down. Your heartbeat is the only sound. Step into the light and then you'll know you were stopped and dropped by the walls of the steel chair. Now you know. Coming on down. It's like Reece, step out like a tank. So now you know. So real. Yeah. Reece. Yeah. Reece.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome back to the Weekly Steelchair. 500 subscribers. All because of you guys. Thank you very much. Yeah. When you work hard, you get rewarded. Funny that. That's alright, mate. It is still good to see you today, regardless. Zen. It's our day. This is the day of the steel chair. And I'm so damn excited. I'm head over heels. But this is the place to be. Everyone's welcome. You know where to go. Bring it. Bring your energy. Bring your enthusiasm. Bring your kindness. Bring your vitriol. Bring it all. We are here to just reap the rewards of what we've done. So, good evening to Tammy. Good evening to Chester. Good evening to Zach. Good to see you. There's Roisin. There's James. Everyone's in the chat so far. Abba will be here about 8 because his job precedes him. But we're here to enjoy ourselves, and that's what it should be. Because this is everything. We are here, but we're also going to be here. Next week. It's coming. But hey, you can only be here every now and again. But this is... it's generally hard work. We're gonna kill it. We're gonna have fun. And I'm grateful for everyone that appears tonight, everyone that comes in, no matter what. This is your space, and we're gonna just make the most of it, because that's what it's all about. So let's make it happen. Let's just, like we say, let's just make it happen. Question is, how are y'all feeling? Like, seriously, how are you all feeling? Because I really don't know. Josiah wasn't happy. What's happening? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Believe it's Nanette. That's a phenomenal name. I've never heard that name before. But welcome in, Nanette. Welcome to the Weekly Steelchair. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are celebrating 500 subscribers, but yeah, I'm on StreamYard tonight because it's quicker. And it makes the most of what we're going to do, and relevant because of StreamYard. Because it was StreamYard where it all began. So it's only relevant that we're doing this on StreamYard. But before I do that, I have one thing to do. Only fitting. Behind me, you're welcome to the Weekly Steelchair. This is the Weekly Steelchair welcome page. It's only appropriate that we really get the most of it. But people keep saying my name, and have you not learnt your lesson by now? That when you say my name, this happens.
I want Spider-Man!
Misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in
Reece Russell.
I believe in
Reece Russell.
Cause they love 'em in Scotland, and 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 Scotland. They say, I believe in
Reece Russell.
I believe in
Reece Russell.
He seems to have come out of nowhere to answer the prayers of the city, just when all hope seemed to be lost.
I believe in
Reece Russell.
See, I'm back. And I'm back in black. I have missed that. I have missed that clip. I haven't played that clip in months. Oh, that feels fucking good. The goosebumps. That's what matters. Good to see you, Uso fan, even though you're an Uso fan, but it's still good to see you. Welcome in. Like I say, the Weekly Steelchair is a channel based on community, and it's a channel that's grown because of everybody. And we've now passed 500 subscribers. And you know what that means? We are officially, not in the minute, but we are officially on the road to something that I thought may never be possible. And Zach, thank you for the follow on Twitch, dude. Thank you so much. It's funny, my Twitch has been eligible to be monetized for ages, but it's never actually went down. Whereas my YouTube channel, or should I say our YouTube channel, because it's a collective, is now officially in the process of being monetized. So I only have one sound for that. And when it matters most and it's not crashing down, it definitely doesn't hurt inside. But one thing is for sure, when the going gets tough, the tough gets Roisin. Like I said, from the very exactly, not get Discord, Josiah, spot on. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been reopened as a channel since 2023, specifically because my original channel where the podcast moved to got killed by New Japan, which I owe a great deal to. However, we still cover them, and we're still going to. But tonight, we are going sort of back in time, because we've got some matches to rewatch along. But before we get to that, yes, I caught up with the New Japan Cup show, and I'll be straight up honest with you, dude. For fuck's sake, is the only thing I can say. Back in black. Exactly. We are going back in time. So 2 heads are better than 1. And by the way, we are on StreamYard. If you would like to join, you can. But we have something important to do. One moment. One moment. Him. Yes, they have ruined Aaron Wolf. They have. Like I said, 2 heads are better than 1. So before we go into tonight's plan, we need to go back in time. So what better than to do something that kickstarted this whole channel in the first place? Something that took this channel to where it is today. Something that made this channel welcoming, powerful, strong, a place for many to be, where, like I've always said, your opinions, your energy, your views always matter. So look no further than what it became, because it came from somewhere. I'm just getting it because I'm going to need this. Not where are you? He wants to hide from me. I'm quite surprised. There it is. Like I said, I want to go back in time. So, how fitting for the 500th stream, we're going to go back 20 seconds. I'll let this explain.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk in my arms is the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me late face
OG. OG. The original intro. Back for one night only, because it has a purpose. Because everybody that was part of this channel means something. The OG intro hasn't been around for a while, but the OG intro represents what the Weekly Steelchair is all about. The Weekly Steelchair came from a podcast that isn't that well. It came. The podcast came into a channel from another channel that's no longer around. Now, people talk about old lore and all that bullshit. The Weekly Steelchair has its own lore too. The Weekly Steelchair came from the Weekly Armchair Sports Talk, a podcast done by Keen and several friends of mine. Football podcast. The Weekly Steelchair debuted 5 years ago. Yeah, about 5 years ago. 5-6 years we've been going. What's up, Fernando? Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. We came from that podcast. From that YouTube channel. The Weekly Steelchair was a 1 week podcast. Yeah, pretty much. The Weekly Steelchair was a weekly series. My very first guest was Vicky. We had a good laugh that night. It was a Saturday. And we just chatted wrestling for 2 hours. Well, about 2 hours. It was great fun. Episode 2, it was myself and William, former quiz champion, the Iron Steel quiz champion. we spoke about the SmackDown 6 for a full episode. Then came episode 3. Good laugh, good times, good vibes. Keen was on the show. But then came episode 4. Episode 4 is the most important episode of the Weekly Steelchair podcast. And I'm going to show you why. There was quite a few, but I'll be honest, I can't remember. I seriously can't remember. But I'm okay with that, because the Weekly Steelchair makes more sense anyway. Episode 4 is what really matters. Because for the first time on a stream, my edits were used. But episode 4 was this. Again, it came from, well, like I said, it's Keen's channel. Well, it was Keen's channel. Let me just bring that. Why is it not shown? Thanks, dude. There we go. I do remember what we discussed on episode 4. This right here. One of the greatest feuds in professional wrestling history. Rock versus Austin. That was my edit. I did that on my laptop. But look who made their debut. Yep. My long-serving, longest-running, dearest co-host, Ailey. The co-host that it was because of that one episode that we became an established podcast. There was that one episode. I was thinking about, am I going to just have random guests every week? Am I going to have someone different every week? Am I going to get anything better? It's not possible. Like, I don't think people realize like how important connection is when it comes to a podcast. Like, a podcast is only as good as its host as it is its co-host. The people that work within the stream, that work on the shows, that work behind the scenes to make it work. So, the straight talking, Brock Lesnar hating, Tony Khan besmirching, women's wrestling, doesn't take your shit, straight up Cody Rhodes' #1 fan, Ailey Chambers, is exactly how it should be. Why do you think Ailey was the first person I picked for the Lipsticks and Lariats podcast? All the ladies that I've asked to be on that show starting next week, there's a reason I asked Ailey to be first. You go for the person who's been with you the longest. Unlike Bruce Pritchard, unlike Michael P.S. Hayes, unlike Triple Nose, Ailey's creative. Ailey's got ideas for her own way, how things she wants to be. And that's going to flow well with Catherine. That's going to be great alongside Tammy. That's going to be awesome with Nikki. And it's going to test Roisin in ways that she'll be happy to be tested. Like, this is what it's supposed to be. If you don't pick your longest member of your channel to be on a podcast that's designed in the right way, then you should be a podcast anyway. Tammy, good to see you. Watching Misfits. I love that show. Iwan Riowan, honestly, an amazing actor in that show, but honestly, so good. Is Ailey the first lady of the Weekly Steelchair? By definition, she's more like the Iron Lady. Vicky was the very first guest, yes. Loyalty, 100%. Exactly, James. I couldn't have asked for better people to run this podcast next week. When Catherine decides to drop the actual bloody intro for me, then I'll know. Because that's important. Before we get into tonight's festivities as well, remember, next week, the SWA moves to 2K26. You guys are getting your characters created on the show. You'll be designing your own characters. I will just be the vessel with a hand, controlling the destiny. We have new championships. The designs are already on 2K25, which you will see on the final 2K25 stream. Everything's coming. Episode 4 was 85 views. Something like that. 85. But that's just how it is. On that very first stream as well, because I had guessed it was something fun I did do. At the end of every show, I asked the guest later. Eventually, Ailey became the co-host. I asked them just quiz questions about wrestling. It was really fun. I just wanted to see how well they would do, like little trivia. So we did well in that way. So the vibe is there, and I couldn't be more grateful for the community we've got. Because I'll be honest, and James can vouch for this, because James has been here longer than anybody. I said to James and that show at the time, you can do whatever the heck you want, Roy Sheen. It's your show. It's a podcast for the ladies. It's a no-holds-barred podcast for the ladies. I'll have no say in it. No power. I'm just a man who has the enjoyment of watching. One second. So many people have honestly... So many lovely people have subscribed to the channel today, and I've responded to every single person because that's what I do. I respond to everybody. I don't leave a message unanswered. I don't leave a person unattended to in that way. If you actively comment on my stuff, I'm going to respond. You subscribe to me, I subscribe back. You don't have to ask me. I've already said, remember, it's a women's podcast. Whatever you guys want to do, you do it. And just remember, when it comes to stream time, this is all for you as well. Let me just turn this part off. 1 second. And let me turn this off. When you guys do your shows, this is what you get. Top corner. Now watch behind me. This I've made for you guys. And I'm damn proud of it. we're in for something special. I'm honestly, I'm really looking forward to the Lipsticks and Lariats podcast next week. And I just can't wait to just see what you're going to talk about, because also Sunday next week is AEW Revolution. So who knows what you guys are going to talk about. We'll do the prediction show on the Saturday, but you might want to do something yourselves. And I'm like, go for it. Go for it. Absolutely. And you know what the ladies can do as well? They can get their own guests. They can ask whoever they want. They don't need to clear it by me. They can just go and get whoever they want. If they want to get someone to bring on as a conversation that they want to interview, go for it. We're not going to interfere. We're just going to support you. I will be backstage, however, because I'll help with like making sure everything just when they just want to go live, and then when it's all good, that's it. But I will not appear. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited. So yes, Ailey has been my co-host for so many years. Catherine has been watching the channel for about 2 and a bit. We have a good range of an audience. We have a good amount of people. You don't have to make me proud. You don't have to make me proud. I want you to make yourself proud. Remember, my own thoughts and opinions don't matter. Yours does. How you think, how you feel is what matters. Yous are going to do great. Every time I come to a show, I'm not picturing an audience when I come to a show. Whoever comes into the audience, I celebrate with them. And I forgot to give... Now I can officially give Tammy the managing moderator, because she is the Predictions World Champion. The Predictions World Champion gets the managing moderator status. She is your boss. But this is where we're at. Sup, Temple? Good to see you, bro. Maria, you can join this podcast as well if you like, by the way. Did you feel more nervous for your first stream? Nope. Because my first stream wasn't even about wrestling. I had already been hosting about a year before I did the Weekly Steelchair podcast for the first time. I was ready to go. I was ready. I wanted it. It took me a while to get the podcast away from Keen, though. Like, Keen didn't want it to leave his channel because it was a podcast on his channel. He wanted it to stay. But I convinced him, look, if you're trying to do more of your own content, it makes no sense. It makes no sense for you to have my 1 week show when I can do my own thing. So he let me have this into a podcast. And look where we are now. My very first stream was an interview about football. Like European football. Everyone's on all the chat. We can see you. We can bounce it. Yo, Jess, good to see you. Thank you so much. Honestly, you are such a kind person. You know what? Since you've been here for quite a while and you've been really nice, I'm going to stick this one on you. But let's see. Jess says, congrats on the 500 subscribers and climbing. And next is 1K subscribers. Love listening to your wrestling opinion and your guests, always learning different things. That's what we want to do. We just want to have fun. We love pro wrestling, but we just love talking to you guys. We love making everything inclusive, exciting, and fun. And the channel is now underway. It's been reviewed. The channel's been reviewed. What's up, Xavier? Thank you so much. Like, the channel's being reviewed for the right reasons. It's being reviewed to see if we can become monetized. Now, remember, always this. One thing. The key things of the channel. We don't tolerate abuse on here. except we abuse Temple because it's funny. I'm just kidding, bro. There's a little bit of rules on this channel. You can't force a change of a topic. Make suggestions. And have a fucking good laugh. But this is the major thing. I'm bringing up the disclaimer. I said that the channel is now becoming monetized. I hope anyway. It might. We'll see. It's now going under review by Google and YouTube. If the channel does get monetized, I am not going to sit here and say, if you want to contribute and get your chat read, drop a super chat. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you if it happens. I'm going to say, guys, by the way, this stream is now eligible for super chats, etc. If we get to that. If that happens, I want you to decide on your own. We've built this channel to where it has earned that privilege. But we're not demanding anything from you guys, except the only thing I've ever demanded, if you think about it, every single stream, every single video, every YouTube short I've produced, 981 by the way, every single one, I've said, I want you guys to have fun. I want you guys to feel welcome. And I want you guys to participate the way you feel comfortable. I will never beg. I will never ask. And I will never demand for anybody to drop a super chat, to contribute financially to the channel. That is your choice. There's some channels that will take your money and do nothing. They'll take your money and laugh at your comments. Or they'll actually thank you for you donating to them. And they might try and do something with it that you guys see something from it. Always think about that, right? It's really important. So that's a disclaimer. It's a choice. It's not a demand. So I wanted to get that out of the way. Because again, that is something that happens when you do reach 500 subscribers. If you do have the watch hours, if you've got the upload requirements, you are eligible. But you've got to go through a process. But my greatest satisfaction from these shows is every single person, whether it be one person, 2, 3, could be 30 people at once. As long as they're able to speak and then this happens, that's satisfaction. I never miss a comment. And I'm glad that I don't do that. I'm glad I don't make anyone feel uncomfortable, because that would make me suck. Now, Roshin's on the appreciation list. Temple's on the Hun run. We're not getting JUSO merch. We have standards. And that I'm grateful of. And that means a lot. Thank you. We have standards. Yes. Sponsored by Pepsi Max. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are streaming on 2 separate shows. Well, not 2 separate shows, but 2 separate platforms. So currently we have on YouTube, we have the one that's in portrait mode, which is going through YouTube Shorts at the minute. And then we've got landscape mode, which is where most of the guys are as well. So everyone's actually commenting on either or. And you guys are being involved, which I'm really grateful for. People expect, demand, or aim for certain aspirations. I achieved mine a long time ago when it came to this channel. Let me give you an example. So I showed you the original intro. This was the very first ever welcome to the Weekly Steelchair page. This was the very first ever page we had directly for the channel with this logo. And it grew. It grew to this. And we grew to thanking people like this. Then, when we started doing quizzes, we did this. All my edits, by the way. And then when Abel started taking his blue chews, we did this. When I was really happy with Diona Perazzo, I made this. When Catherine got excited because Hangman Page wanted to be Tony Khan, we made this. When Temple started singing his obsession for horsecock, we pretty much all agree this is the reaction appropriate. Hola Tina, ¿cómo está mi amiga? When there's a bunch of Samoans and you can't tell which one's actually talented, we all look like this. Yeah, it certainly was. World Predictions Champion. It certainly was. When we thought we could do better creative than Triple H, we also did this. And we will again. When we decided, because Temple was the inspiration for the promotion, we did this. And this has grown as well, even more. When we thought, fuck it, let's just sit down and chat, we did this. And to answer your question, Xavier, where is it? Oh, shame. If you wanted to travel to the US, what state do you think will give you low expectations? Idaho. Yeah, I don't think many could. Estoy bien hoy, cada día mejora, más y más. Sí, no problema. At least the fact is that you're doing fine, and I'm glad you are, and you keep yourself going. That's the most important thing. Another thing as well, like I said, this is one of the most important concepts on the Weekly Steelchair that some fucking useless prick wanted to steal. We don't do that. One man became a Liverpool fan, one man was a Man United fan, and the other man swallows horsecock. Became the Just Free Guys podcast. and the Just For You Guys podcast eventually evolved into a welcome page like this. When you challenge me about my editing skills, thank you very much. Like I showed earlier on, this right here has now become this. One woman stands above everybody at the moment, and she won this. When Samoans piss me off, I get like this. When Tammy tells Temple, I can't feel anything, we just look like this. When James decides that he's in love with a woman's character who's a complete Karen, we sit like this. And then when Roy Sheen decides to be completely fucking insane, that she slates 4 of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, we do this. And then when you've got such an amazing women's community of ladies that don't hold back, that are strong, they speak fantastically well, they know what they love about wrestling and what they don't like, we get this. But what does that all mean? What does that all mean? It means fuck Hulk Hogan. What's up, Kayla? Good to see you. And then lastly, because the community builds, because people get somewhere, we have a bit of fun. We toast Catherine, because after all, she loves Thunder Rosa. She loves Hangman Page. I thank you, every single fucking person, for this. And just to wind up Temple one last time, before we get into tonight's festivities, we play this. Always banter with Temple. Always a pleasure. But I thought, fuck it, why not? Ladies and gentlemen, you are here. Yeah, the biggest hater of your life should be yourself. There's going to be people in life that may hate you. Nobody will hate yourself more. Nobody will hate you more than yourself, because there will be times where you just truly hate yourself, right? But the person that should love you the most is also yourself as well. Not your significant other, not your best friends, not your family. The person who hates you the most, the person that loves you the most, is yourself. but there's people that will love you in a way that you can never, ever understand. You can never gratify. So all I say is to people that aren't going to like the steel chair, aren't going to like me, so what? It's life. Get a helmet. Ride a bike. Go shark cage diving, or whatever it's fucking called. Go punch Jey Uso and tell him he can't wrestle. It's simple logic. And here's one for everybody. The best thing you can say is you're cockwomble and you're probably a melon fucker. Now, why you say Idaho? Because it just sounds like a horrible thing. Now, we have a celebration show. We have some classic matches to rewatch. But we've got to get there. It's almost like we have to count down. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the Weekly Steelchair, that wasn't Jeopardy, that was Countdown. But if you want Jeopardy, that will come. And I love that quote. It is fucking brilliant. And I try to give honest advice. A consonant, please, Carol. Ladies and gentlemen, you are here because this is the Weekly Steelchair's 500th subscriber special. We've reached a milestone. We are close to 1,000 videos as well. So that will be another weird celebration. But the 1,000 video is going to be a quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some matches to go back and rewatch tonight. Your opening card of this was 3 matches. Your opening card of the evening, your opening match is TLC 2. Your second match, the match right down the middle, is one of my personal favorite multi-man matches for a world championship. Match number 2 is the 2007 Slammiversary King of the Mountain match, which Kurt Angle became the first ever TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And then your main event of the evening is a 60-minute Iron Man match for the then World Wrestling Federation Championship. WrestleMania 12, Anaheim, California. It is champion Bret Hart versus the challenger Shawn Michaels. And we are going 60 minutes in the main event. So to recap, match number 1, TLC 2, WrestleMania 17. The Hardys versus Edge and Christian versus Fat Boy and Devon, the Dudleys, for the WWF Tag Team Championships of the world. We are then going to do the King of the Mountain match from 2007 for the TNA Championship. And then, as said, your main event is Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 12, 60-minute Iron Man match. So, I've only got one question. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we begin? No, 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 no. No, 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 nope, nope, nope. Hell no. No, 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 no. Fuck no. No, 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 no. Fuck no. Fuck no. No chance. No. 9. No. Simply no. 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 Not when that fucking triple beak gets to waste that question. No, we're not having this crap. No, don't you start. And you as well, you big Liverpool bastard. Don't you ask that question either. I'm not glitching. I'm simply responding. We're not. No. Fuck triple no's. No, that's not how this works. You sons of bitches. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, now they're all at it. Get out your system, guys. Go on, get it all at your systems. I'm quite surprised that Tammy chose Road Dogg. Aye, triple beak. I mean, to be fair, I mean, you can always just do it like this. Roisin, there's always something to get out of your system. It's called Kevin, and it's Nash. Anyway, you guys know how we do this. I bring the matches into the live chat. You guys watch it with me because, quite frankly, you should be able to have another platform. If not, I'm fucking scared. We are going to travel back in time. And we're going to rewatch an oldie with a goldie. I'm choosing the Weekly Steelchair over Manchester United versus Newcastle. I know where my life matters. So, TLC 2. Weirdly enough, voted the 7th greatest WWE match for WrestleMania only. To be fair, Voodoo Kin Mafia was fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to move StreamYard over here. It says it's the 7th best out of 50 matches. And we are beginning swiftly as follows. This match will begin with the Hardys' entrance inside Houston's Astrodome. But we're the it doesn't matter. when people realize that Edge and Christian is the best of these three tag teams, then you'll know why. But my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is. Fucking love that. To be fair, there's Rock promos, and then there's one that really stands out. There's Rock promos, and then there's the absolute greatest Rock promo. And then you talk about SummerSlam, taking what I want. In 28 days, I'm getting what I want. The WWF title. Well, in 28 seconds, you're going to get exactly what you don't want. And that's The Rock, taking that strap, turning it sideways, and sticking it straight up your candy ass. Breakdown of Triple H in quick succession at Fully Loaded, 1999. From your perspective, why you choose Edge and Christian over the Hardys? Much better wrestlers. Much better wrestlers. And I like the Hardys, but I just think Edge and Christian were better. Plus, also, you win 7 tag team championships bang on day 1 and day 365. That's how it is. To be fair, I won't recite some of that promo just because of one inanimate object, but it is funny. You're the oldest 27-year-old senior the world has ever seen. But yes, a massive congratulations on hitting the 500 marker, being one of the OGs, being a privilege to see this grow. Thanks, mate. I really appreciate that so much. Absolutely. It's people. People bring up. There's the double flapjack on Christian. And not too bad time. Was that Wolf Ann by any chance? No, I think she... I don't think that's what she's referring to. The Hardys going after the Dudleys. A little bit of poetry in motion. Jeff Hardy sporting the red hair in this one. Edge and Christian, the first to bring ladders into the ring, and double damage. And now off the Dudleys. Even in 2001, Bubba Ray Dudley is still a fat cunt. And respectfully, we like thicker people, but we don't like Bubba Dudley. Christian, right hands to Matt Hardy. Jeff down, Edge up on his feet. Into the Tree of Woe position. Legs spread. Not something you would say in most cases, but Matt Hardy's got 2 feet on his balls. It's crazy. Jeff dropped toe hold into the seated chair position, and I was not making an innuendo joke. I was being serious. Matt Hardy's legs were spread in that position, but the Tree of Woe. Do you like pancakes? Yeah. Well, where are you from? Chicago? How about you pancake your ass back to Chicago? Let The Rock show you something special with that whistle. Nah, he don't get the joke. This was better than the SummerSlam one, yeah, but the SummerSlam one was really good. Well, since Rock's baby left him, and he found a new place to dwell, well, it's down at the end of Jabroni Drive at SmackDown Hotel. I've missed that one. It's been a while. Anyway, shirtless Matt Hardy doesn't really do much. Dudleys have 2 ladders set up. Bubba. Scoop slam. Devon gonna stick his head between the legs of Edge. This is going to be worth at least $10, or in Canadian, a lifetime's worth of riches. I never liked how Edge and Christian won them both. Feel like the Hardys should have won the SummerSlam on Cena as in North Carolina. Yeah, I agree with that, to be honest. We have the Get the Tables at the Astrodome. You won't see free teams steal the show that they did in WWE again. No, absolutely. You are completely spot on, sir. Also, I want to ask everybody. I know Tammy gave her response earlier on, and so did Ailey. That is a fucking brilliant promo by Jericho. The gore and the horror. To be fair, I like that. Like, it was when he did the whole Planet of the Apes thing on her. That was absolutely funny. Oh, Edge. Flat on the table, and Jeff Hardy gets powerbombed through Edge. A double powerbomb. I know Tammy responded to this in it's a man's beast and a hole's beast. Tammy did respond to this earlier, but I want everyone else's opinion. What is your thoughts on this issue regarding Jade Cargill with apparent backstage heat that she's got, and what do you think the action should be? I'm gonna say I prefer Paul Heyman and Jim Ross than Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross during the Attitude Era. I actually thought Heyman and JR were much better together. And I've said that so many times before. That's not just a one-off take. I actually preferred Heyman's commentary. We have 2 tables and then 2 tables stacked on top. Christian with a chair coming at Devon. Matt with a ladder attacking Bubba. Absolutely concur with that statement. I completely concur with that statement, sir. That is a very appropriate technical term. Matt Hardy sends Christian over the top rope. R-E-E-C-E-R-U-S-S-E-L-L. What's up, Billy? Good to see you, mate. FYI, you totally weren't getting slated in the chat about 5 minutes ago, but it wasn't by me. It was by Jesus. Yeah, I genuinely think she's a stupid bitch, Jade. I don't often say about women, but about Jade I will. I don't like how she behaves. Like, she really does disgust me. All 6 men on ladders. There goes one. Matt Hardy, balls to the rim on the ropes. Now we have Jeff and Devon down. And now Bubba and Edge fall flat. We have 2 ladders perpendicular to each other on either side. Strip her the title. Nah, she'll get beat at WrestleMania. Well, but let's just say we were using Great Rock promos and Billy Gunn just came up and we thought of you. Yeah, Tony Khan was right to give up on Jade Cargill. Wait, did I did. Yeah, I was going to say I put this. Yeah, Axe and Smasher in 2K26. Yep. We will have a couple of one-off matches with Axe and Smash against some of the Steelchair competitors. Which, by the way, your championships have now been added to the 2K25 series, and they will be uploaded to 2K26 when we get it next week. The World Split Steel Championships, which you guys will know as the tag titles, they've now been renamed to the Kinetic Bound Impact Championships. There's Spike Dudley Dog going after Christian. Another Spike Dudley Dog through the table. Villa 2-1 Chelsea, City and Arsenal both winning. Nice. The World Championship has also been renamed. What's up, Justin? Thank you so much. How are you doing, dude? Good to see you in the chat. Always good seeing you about as well. How are you doing? It's called the Hard Knock Omega Steel Championship. The Women's Championship is now called something even more special. But you are going to see some fun. At the moment, we are doing our rewatch on. There's Rhino with a gore. What's up, Abu? You're just in time because we're actually going through the first match now. TLC 2. Rhino has just made his appearance. And he is now destroying everybody. Excellent gore through Matt Hardy on that table. Here comes Lita. If any adult males watching, slow motion is probably in effect right now. She pulls down Edge. Wouldn't be the first time in the 2000s. Now going after Rhino. Into Gorilla Press. Here comes Spike. Low blow. Right into the Animal's ball chain. Lita. Top rope. Going up. Hurricane Rana. Edge. Up top. Reaching for the World Tag Team Championship. Spike Dudley. Chair. Hits Rhino. And then Edge goes off the top rope. Referee Jimmy Corderas on that side there. Spike getting back to his knees. Devon up in the top rope. Tag team wrestling, that is best. But I've called it the Kinetic Bound Championships. There's the Dudley device. Shades of the Doomsday device. The TV Championship is now called the Cold Steel Puro TV Championship. Oh, she's taking the top off, fully exposing herself. Dudley Death Drop. Cameraman freeze frame. Edge steel chair to the back of Devon. And there's a concerto, assisted concerto. Jeff setting up a ladder. Yeah, Jimmy Corderas, even in 2001, was still bald. You're absolutely right, Abu. Another ladder being set up. Jeff straight punch the face of Christian. The rainbow-haired warrior. Lita's convenient. Her top is now hanging off a ladder. It's holding strong. That top's got better grip than most goalkeepers. Jeff Hardy climbing the ladder. Rhino and Spike Dudley are on a table. Jeff to the top of the ladder. We know what's coming. The devil himself. There's the Swanton Bomb. Takes out Rhino and Spike Dudley, but also himself. Incredible Swanton Bomb. And great. What's crazy as well is the control. Is that right, Tammy? She's saying they don't make women like her anymore. That's interesting. We have 3 ladders set up. It's getting funky. Brilliant. And I had to do this for everybody so they know what you meant. Damn. All right, Farouk. We believe you. Here we go. Christian and Devon hanging off the ladder. Jeff climbing. All I'm going to say is if it was me up there, I would at least ask Lita to join me. Oh, there we go. Christian wrapping himself around Devon. Very, very Canadian. Jeff getting ready to scale some ladders, and he falls. This man is just a complete stunt machine. Ready to walk the ladders. Yes, he does. Feet on the middle one. He falls. But he holds the ladder strong. Going back up. I mean, she's no Bill Nakano or Deonna Purrazzo, but you are true. Jeff is caught. He's hanging from the ladders. He's trying to save himself to no avail. This is very clever, but Bubba Ray's like, fuck you, mate. I'm taking that ladder. Jeff caught in no man's land. Oh, he's gone. Spear! 16 feet in the air. Jeff Hardy is down and dead like North Carolina as a state. No offense, Catherine. And yeah, that's true. People are quitting TNA. And we know why. Because they don't like who they're partnered with. Rightly bloody so. Matt Hardy up the top. Here we go. Rhino sends Bubba Ray and Matt Hardy through all 4 tables. That's those 2 out of the match. Christian back in the ring. Edge getting back to his feet after a massive jump. Roy Sheen just wants Diesel in Swedish. Straight through. Devon climbing the ladder. Edge going after him. It was match of the night, yes. Even though the main event was outstanding, it was match of the night. Look at Rhino helping. Look at that instant jumping. Christian steals the championships from the Dudleys. You think you know me? Think about that as well. Triangle ladder match. TLC. TLC 2. Edge and Christian won all 3. And each time they won the championships. Temple's first ever crush was Lita. Then he saw me. It's all like look at the ego on this woman. The ego. I admire such ego and such confidence. I can imagine Austin and Rock must have gone, "You sons of bitches." Well, Stone Cold did tell them that they stole the show. But then, to be fair, The Rock got revenge a year later when he stole the show. But hey ho. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to quickly do one thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the next match, which is on YouTube. I'm just going to quickly get the match. I'm going to drop it in. This one is another 20-plus minute matchup. Don't worry. Before we get to the main event, we might actually add another match in beforehand. But let's do that. So I'm going to drop it in the chat. It's Slammiversary 2007. We might actually add in a match of recommendation if you guys want to look at the list. While we look at the list. Yeah, let's look at the list. Right, ladies and gentlemen. So currently that's now been... That is changed to yes. That'll disappear from the watch list. So let's see what we've not watched yet. Joe versus Angle at Lockdown. Aries versus Samoa Joe. The Rhodes battle at Double or Nothing. Jericho Omega at Wrestle Kingdom. Awesome Kong Gail Kim. No. We've done Taker at Mankind, I think. No, wait, we didn't, did we? No, we didn't add to the list. AJ Styles, Will Ospreay. What women's match have we got on here? What other women's match have we got on here? Because we've done Bull Nakano versus... We've done Bull Nakano versus Alundra Blaze in Tokyo when she won the title. Trish Stratus, Mickey James, WrestleMania 22. It's on the list, but we can do better. Yeah, I've seen that. It's a great matchup. Deonna Purrazzo, Mickey James, Hard to Kill, Texas Death Match. One of the best women's matches in recent years. Kurt Angle, Taker, No Way Out. Brett versus Owen, SummerSlam, Sting, Muta, Starrcade. Naito, Ospreay, G1. Nakamura, Muta, Noah the New Year. I think in the fact that we're coming up to our women's premiere episode, let's see if I can do this. I know what I would like. Let me just see if I can get it. Yeah. That'll do. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the main event tonight, we're going to have another match first. One of the best women's matches in the last couple of years. One of the best matches where you got to see growth in talent. You got to see a premiere event of April 2025. You got to see a title match that had the highest of stakes. And you got to see friendship become a rivalry. Does anybody want to guess which women's match I'm talking about from 2025? And before anyone asks, this is not American. Yep, she's a Lazio fan. Even I know that. It's not Mariah May. Oh wait, Roy Sheen. I see what you mean. Like you get, like, it shows on StreamYard as spanners, but everyone else it shows as it doesn't show as that. It's not Timeless Tony Storm versus Biatch. This match did not take place in America. It's not Noah, and it is from Japan. Yeah. Steph DeLander's like, she's taken her boyfriend and left. I don't blame her. Nope. This is one of my favorite women's matches of all time. And it is on the list. Like, it's actually on the list. I have 2 Bull Nakano matches on this list. I also have Roxy versus Deonna Purrazzo, title versus title on this list. But, of all people, not to predict what match I'm talking about, it is Tammy. I'm very surprised. It's not Meiko Satomura versus Sari, but that match was fucking brilliant. It's also on the list, by the way. It's not Momo versus Suri, although I love that match. It's not Meiko Satomura versus Asuka. It's not Sari versus Suri. Of all people, she's still not got it. How does she not hit you versus Tam Nakano? You might be getting there. How has she not got this yet? This is like... It's not Mayu Iwatani versus Suri, but you're finally on the right lines. If anyone's closest, is Roshin. I know there is. I know there is. What's funny is you did not guess. That's what shocks me. Tammy, what is, in your opinion, the greatest women's match of all time? I can't be any more helpful than that. Mayu Iwatani versus Seiya Kamatani is on the list. Someone's already guessed it. It's just the person I didn't think was going to do it. That's the bit that's funny. Someone absolutely has guessed it. The person who guessed it is not the person I predicted. The person I thought was going to get it is the person who fucking obsessed with this match. That's how shocked I am. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, you said no one. You didn't say the exact thing I was looking for. What chat? You called me an idiot. So I'm taking none of that. I'm giving it to Roisin. I'm giving it to Roisin. You called me an idiot. Which is probably true. Probably true, to be fair. Can't fault you at all. Plus, I just wanted to wind you up. I know you said it first. I just like winding people up. But yes, she is correct. She got her match. It is actually on the list. It's been on the list for a long time. I like winding people up. People should know by now. But to be fair, you actually named some of my favorite matches too, so I'll let you off. I'm not applauding you. I'm just winding up Tammy. I'm going to show you what you said. Because I know Tam Nakano exists. This is what I want to show you. Because you said this, and I said that is funny. It's not you versus Tam Nakano. Then you gracefully said this. But call me an idiot. My eyes went past that part. It was gone. It was like breath in the wind. It was like a bad sequel. Like Iron Man 2. You did get it right, to be fair. I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you. You did get it. That is on the list. Of course. Here, if I don't wind you up, that means I don't like you. I wind up people I like and respect. That is a horrible one. I feel violated. I feel violated that she said Ren versus Shota will be the New Japan Cup. That's painful. One moment, please. One moment, please. Let me do this officially. Let me do this officially. One moment, please. One moment. One moment. In the nature of goodwill, I'm loving this. Fucking bring on the rosebuds. Although I didn't expect rosebuds to get mentioned tonight. Although calling him a Leo Kruger. Fuck. Jesus. You gotta fucking love the women, don't you? They're a great bunch. Says Silly Statlander, you little cosmic. Wow. We'll be right back after this. I'm just gonna figure out what it means to be painful, but um uh, um but, uh, uh, um um I just need to get some water. I just need to get a drink of water. I'll be right back. There's quite a lot of, I was going to say estrogen, but it's actually testosterone in the chat tonight. Or just simply Josiah's unwoken the beast. Probably, maybe not try to get them to kill you. But all I'm gonna say is keep it coming. Fucking instigate that bitch.
he's so tough, but he ain't seen nothing yet. He ain't had enough. My focus is razor sharp, every fiber intense. This is my moment, gonna make them all win. From the top rope to the canvas, a symphony of pain. Victory's the only outcome, washing away the rain. Do you smell what the steel chair's cooking? A storm's on the horizon, ain't no mistaking. Sweat and fury must reflect some time. Ready to ignite, gonna make it right. Do you smell what the steel chair is cooking? This ain't no game, no time for looking shook.
Oh, come on, man.
Whilst Swedish Chef takes on Londonderry, I think we can safely say that okay then. We have a war path here. Strictly speaking, I'm all for it. I encourage the art of brutality as we are close to a combined 200 views on both shows. All I'm gonna say is I'm good with that. Certainly great energy. I think I heard the dishwasher going on. And then I also heard woodchuck with the woodchuck chuck with the chuck wood. So one thing is for sure, strictly non-sexist comment. We certainly see the alphas of two species, and then we see Josiah. And then we see Tammy, and then you've got the absolute alpha male sitting on your screens. And all I can say is, we want more. We are begging for more. So please keep it up. Josiah, with all due respect, that means the commentary. And certainly make it more enjoyable. And Roy Sheen just killed the mood. Sweet Jesus. Did you just call me a beta? Did you just call me a beta male? Boy, hell no. So let me get this straight. I run the tight ship. I give people what matters. And I'm the beta male? No. No. Absolutely not. And it is 1-1. Definitively, it is 1-1. For fuck's sake, Tammy. Indeed, you. How am I a scoundrel? You're coming after me now. What is this barrage of assault? Oh, you did not. Oh, you did not. You did so not just do that. Okay. See for that, Roy Sheen. Let's see. 10 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or 24 hours. What's appropriate? 10 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Sorry, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 24 hours. One hour makes sense because that's the longest she's ever going to get to not speak. Roshi and Kevin Nash, myself are going now. We're going for our free. For the love of God. I see. It's a good thing I'm nice. $188 combined viewers. That's not so bad. Anyway, let's get back to the action because for some reason I'm now being attacked by Josiah, which I would love to fucking know why. Going after me when I've been sticking up for him. Traitor. Oh, Christ. You went after me. I didn't even mention Liverpool losing to Wolves last night. That's bullshit. But to be fair, I did ask you both to keep going because I'm actually enjoying the competition. You did say just three guys better than lipsticks and lariats. If anything, I'm encouraging the women to step up. Therefore, I am standing by you as a supposed strong man. That's nasty. Nah, in all fairness, you come after Josiah, I'm coming for you. Yes. I'm not timing you out. Jesus wept. I'm not going to time you out. It's not my style. I just unscrewdriver you, or in your case, unshield. Anyway. All right, moving on. King of the Mountain. Sweet Jesus. He's now unfortunately a WWE referee, Rudy Charles. To be fair, Roy Sheen, I did have a question about that, but I'm not going to ask it because I'm nice. Like, I would ask a certain question, but I'm not going to do that. That would be very, very harsh. I'm not going to do that. West Ham are now winning as well. AJ Styles with a fucking flat haircut like that is too much. All right, Roisin, just remember, you said I could ask anything. You said I could ask anything, so I'm going to ask you one question. Are you shouting Kevin as in Kevin Nash? Or Kevin as in your house? Magic. Samoa Joe, like, just shoot all you cunts. Kurt in a blue singlet just did not work. Although at least this was when Christian was at his peak. Although he's still the best male heel in wrestling when he wants to be. Since Kurt's now long retired. Notice how Roisin has gone all suddenly silent. That's a great event, to be fair. Oh, dear God. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no words to that answer. So let's get to the action. 5 men in the ring. To become eligible to win, to climb the ladder, to hang the championship, you must secure a pinfall or a submission. I'll be rhymed soon. What, in 11 days? We are underway. Samoa Joe attacks Kurt Angle, Christian Cage, AJ Styles going after Wildcat Chris Harris, who has done 2 dudes with attitude. Yeah. I mean, one of them thought he was good for Playboy. Big uppercut from Kurt Angle into the face. Yeah, you gave an answer. I was just quite surprised. Kurt kicking 7 shades out of Chris Harris. Balding quicker than Triple H and the Sabbath. Irish whip, good old six-sided ring. There's a forearm splash. Cage. Running body splash. AJ. High five like he's just finished doing the deed. No worries, mate. Cover. Thanks, Catherine. All I'm going to say is you missed a lot. And I don't think I could ever explain. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex from Kurt Angle and AJ Styles. Kurt, European uppercut and Christian Cage. I know. How are you getting on with your task? Joe drags Angle to the outside, face first into the barrier. Back in the ring, Kurt, AJ, and Chris Harris. Dives through. There's the patented drop kick. Catherine, all I'm going to say is I would likely wait till much later. AJ telling Kurt, get your ass down. Or as Catherine says, get Hangman out my face. Have plans to work on it Friday. Interesting. Sunset flip. All I'm going to say is I just have fun here, but you guys are part of the show and I'm enjoying every minute. But you guys flying clothesline. If you can't have banter here, then why should you be here in the first place? Enziguri from AJ Styles going for a phenomenal forearm. But Joe grabs AJ's ankle and slams his face off the ring apron. Going for the powerbomb swing into the ring barrier. Oh, okay. I'm eager to hear what they are. I'll be seeing live, but I'm looking forward to it. Irish whip, reverse Joe, inverted atomic drop into the single-legged drop kick and the chop to the kick. By the way, what time is the show on Saturday? Remind me what we're doing Saturday. Chris Harris stalking Christian Cage because every Canadian gets stalked in the worst way. Going for the catatonic counter, going in for the unprettier. A much better name than the fucking kill switch. Sit the spin out Uranagi. A production meeting. I will be there in the background, of course. AJ, single leg, going for a tornado DDT. Countered. Using AJ as a weapon. There's the catatonic. Cover. 3. Chris Harris becomes the first eligible man in the King of the Mountain match to crown a champion. AJ must go into the penalty box, or as Liverpool fans call it, Arne Slot's tactics. Yep, Newcastle are 10 men down. Man United are missing sitters against them, by the way. AJ, assisted by referee Rudy Charles. Oh, yes, sorry, my bad. But 7:30. Christian going after Chris Harris. Southpaw versus the orthodox striker. Joe throwing the ladder on both men. Like my voice. Samoa Joe's muscle buster is painful. Irish whip from Angle reversed. Well, he has a tactic. It's called torture. Just depends who gets there. Samoa Joe with the face wash. Now for the running boot. No. Angle caught him by the ankle. Spins through. German suplex. Maintains the waist grip. Or as a woman calls it, hold me tight. But that depends on what you guys say. I don't fucking know. Angle go for a third German. Still maintain the grip, but then Christian to the back. To be fair, Catherine would call maintained waist grip. She would call it Tony Khan's enjoyment. I'm on 8:40. I'm on 8 minutes and 52 seconds. Joe, Kakina clutch. Locked in. Angle's got the ankle lock. Double submission here. AJ, time to return to the match. I'm on 9 minutes 10 now. It's okay. Up next, much to Catherine's hatred, it's a women's match. Possible penalty for Newcastle. Sigh. Christian trying to suplex Chris Harris for a ladder. Harris using his weight and strength advantage to counter Christian. Shoulder thrust countered. Oh, and he falls down in between the ladder, draping his balls off the chain. I don't want to assume that she does, Josiah. That's a bad idea. Yep, Fulham are losing too. AJ, springboard. Snap, inverted DDT. Into the cover. But there comes Joe to break the pin. Full speed, Joe. AJ slides through. Pele kick. Up to the middle rope. Springboard. Phenomenal forearm. And down goes Joe like a sack of potatoes. AJ setting up for the Styles clash. Has him hooked. Nope. Kurt grabs the ankle. Excellent counter. But AJ rolls through and kicks off Kurt Angle into a Hurricane Rana. Deadlift position from the mat. Professional wrestling at its best. Full speed. Alley-oop over the top rope. AJ crashes into Christian. Understandable, to be fair, Catherine. 4-1 Chelsea, for fuck's sake. Chris Harris is eligible. He goes and picks up the ladder. You guys have been making the stream fun tonight as well, so I appreciate that. Thank you, folks. I really do appreciate it. Harris with the championship belt, climbing the ladder. Here comes Kurt. Kurt going for an angle slam from the ladder into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Kurt Angle's eligible. Chris Harris must go in the penalty box. Exactly. Make that a sincere question. How the fuck can Santana think today's roster is better than Prime TNA? It makes no sense. Second half low blocks is going to be painful. Forest have scored 2-2. Nottingham Forest have equalised against Manchester City. There's the standing Uranagi from the turnbuckle. Joe catches AJ in midair. Going for a big... No, he's not. He's going for a landslide. There it is. Drops him down on the back of his neck. Joe going after AJ. Going for the muscle buster. Going to drop AJ down. Bang. Right in the center of the ring. Cover. And Angle breaks the pin, denying Samoa Joe a crucial fall. No worries, Roshin. Oh, Tammy, you lucky woman. Referee Rudy Charles knocked out. Ref bump. Angle in a Kakina clutch. He tapped it. Final resolution to this move. And he's tapping out. Don't forget. Got him. I think we can safely say that when it comes to Andrade, I think it's clear that Temple's got competition. Christian, ladder to the face. Sends Samoa Joe down. Goes after Angle. And he pins him. Yep, 1-1. Casemiro, big equaliser for Manchester United. I told you, Josiah. I told you. To be fair, quite a lot of wrestlers follow me, but the one that matters to me the most is Kurt Angle. If I can get Bret Hart next, I'll be fucking buzzing. But if I get, I think this will be funny because we both follow him. I reckon if Kenny Omega follows me before Catherine, I think Catherine will try and have me killed. Joe, an RKO from the fucking top of the ladder. No, to be fair, it was a penalty. It was a penalty, to be fair. I did actually get sent the clip of the decision. It was a legit penalty. One more assist for Fernandez, and he will tie Manchester United's record of record assists in a season beside David Beckham at 15. Killer Cross is cool. Quite a few follow me, but that's different. Yeah, I had a feeling that Tammy was going to come with a very accurate statement. I know you like me, Catherine. I know your sound. I think in terms of who follows me, Kurt Angle, Sergeant Slaughter, unfortunately Vince Russo, Taylor Hendricks, a couple of others. Vito follows me. Vito's funny. Yep, Dynamite tonight. MJF versus Kevin Knight for the AEW World Championship. This is what CM Punk has to do if he wants to prove he's a good champion. I think it would have been given regardless, though. Oh, here comes Temple. Oh, hip toss from there. Thanks, Nick. There's a springboard drop kick from AJ Styles. Takes Chris Harris down. And Angle is out of the penalty box. To be fair, it should be a retirement match. Thunder Rosa should be getting retired by Tekla. I can't wait for that absolute sexy machine to beat the piss out of that fucking fake piece of crap. As you can tell, I don't like Thunder Rosa. AJ going up to the penalty box. Nope. What's this? What instead? Was he going to? No, he's no. Hold on. Now he's going up to the penalty box. But Joe's following him. AJ on the attack. I don't know actually. Matt's not been in the chat for a while. I knew I liked you for a reason. Everybody likes me. I'm just a nice person, so to speak. Joe in a suplex position from AJ. He's trying to suplex him off onto the concrete. Joe's like, mate, do as you're fucking told. Kakina clutch on the penalty box. Oh, low blow. Wait, what? What now? Oh, knife edge. Oh, look at that drag. Throws AJ through the announce table. Too right. Christian Kurt Angle in the ring. Squaring off. Rest in peace, Dom West. This is the best commentator partnership of all time, in my opinion. Dom West and Mike Tenay. I'm selling Morgan Rogers, absolute bum. I only married Tammy, so I don't forget her. If you ever forgot your anniversary, I would probably drop you from the Just Three Guys and call it Just Two Guys plus Tammy. Just so she can steal your spot. If you ever forgot your anniversary, I'd be fucking scared. Angle straps her down. There's a flying clothesline from Chris Harris. Takes down the Olympic gold medalist. Nah, to be fair, I wouldn't do that to you, mate. You've been a massive help the past couple of days and over the past 8 months and 16 days. I mean, I find Valentine's Day so fucking overrated, but I still pay attention. That's fucking brave. You could have done her birthday. Oh, wait, you try to tell me you'd forget her birthday. Yeah, I missed them both. Chris Harris swinging the ladder on his neck, takes down Cage and Angle. To be fair, his fucking blindfold match against James Storm at Lockdown was one of the worst fucking TNA matches I've ever seen. But James Storm's heel turn on him was fucking awesome. See, Tammy I was going to say Tammy gets it, but that's probably not the best choice of language. Tammy understands. Yeah, we'll go with that instead. Because that's how it should be. Chris Harris again with the old and original, the only one they should never got rid of, TNA World Championship belt. Christian getting back into the ring. Catherine would give anything for a Canadian dollar from Christian. And he hits his face off the top turnbuckle, knocked off the ladder. Here comes Cage. Full speed, throws the ladder on Chris Harris. Almost at the very end of this World Championship match. Conveniently, Kurt Angle was only in 2 of these. And he won both. Man's got an incredible record. Yeah, 2011, Joker Sting. Non-title match, Bobby Roode versus Sting. I mean, I'm going to say nothing because I think certain things apply. Angle has Christian trapped on the ladder in the ankle lock. Wrenching on the ankle. You've got a wife. Open for business. Angle, Christian fighting on the top. Chris Harris spears him. Don't let CM Punk hear that. Oh, fuck. Angle on his own. Chris Harris was really underrated. Angle's on his own. Championship in his hands. Ready to become champion. And he's got it. Thank God that bald prick Billy Corgan actually made Kurt Angle's NWA title reign enough. I mean, that is a good joke, but what he means is like he doesn't get enough credit as a genuine wrestler because people just think of James Storm. But he actually was very underrated. Right. So that's now being watched, so that can be removed off the spreadsheet. 2 matches left. Or do I be kind? We'll leave that one till next time. That's good because that's a fairly long one. Oh yeah, she's been watching for a long time. She is brilliant to be fair. 370 people voted that as a 10 out of 10 match, by the way. It's a 9.55. Genuinely the perfect match. It's the I just want to know how do need more kindness in the world. You're correct, sir. We also need more drugs. Oh, to be fair, 26 minutes. Yeah, go on then. We're not going to do the Wonder of Stardom Championship match, even though that was great. We're not doing Suri versus Mayu Iwatani, even though that's another great one. To be fair, those 3 title matches alone, plus Wingori and versus FWC were, yeah, but we're not going for them. Although I will rewatch this event at some point. No, we are going to do Seiya Kamitani versus Tam Nakano. And let me just get to the actual... We don't need the build-up words. I want to get the entrances. And I'm going to share it in the chat. Catherine, this is a women's match. Please don't get angry. Ladies and gentlemen, go to... I haven't pressed play yet. But if you are watching with me, I want you to put a thumbs up in the chat when you are at the start of this one. This is World of Stardom title, career versus career. This is Seiya Kamitani versus Tam Nakano from All-Star Grand Queendom 2025, April last year, to be exact, and when it happens. So, I am ready to go. I'm ready to blow some pain and suffer in silence and make it all whiskey. Oh, 508 subscribers now. See? That's kindness. Nah, she won't strangle him. She'll just laugh. 89 views on the portrait stream. How are we doing on the landscape? Let's have a look. That's where everyone is practically at the minute. We are on 127. So we're actually over 200 views tonight. Oh, Christ almighty. Ah, fuck it. It's say what you like. Anyway, fuck it. I've got some women's wrestling to watch. A pentagon. I love that she comes out in a white wedding dress for this, like, overall, like, it's just sick. Like, if you actually want to paint a picture, this match is a marriage made in hell and heaven between these two. I know it's her look, but it's the symbolism. This is a match made in heaven and hell. It's a marriage of heaven and hell together. It's actually wonderful. Representing Cosmic Angels. It is Tam Nakano. A little trip on the floor there. Someone tried to sabotage her. That's abuse. She's... The wrestling world misses Tam Nakano, even though it's only been not even 11 months yet. 10.5 months. How dare you say that? To be fair, I show emotion, but I do not cry on streams. But this match is fundamentally perfect. Like, it is actually perfect. It's the aesthetic, it's the glamour, it's the drive, it's passion. It's an elite professional. And it's somebody who should never have fucking retired. And now, here comes coated in black. One scary fucking woman. The Golden Phoenix herself. I am watching Seiya Kamatani versus Tam Nakano from All-Star Grand Queendom 2025. Yeah. This is one of the best entrances of all time. It's the wind effect with the black, and you're like, nah. You can forget all the American overrated entrances. Well, most of them are. This is for all the aura. This is aura. Know the difference when you use it correctly. This is using it correctly. Oh, it's really good. But it's the mystique. It's fucking scary as shit, man. Well, that's what I like about it. It's scary as fuck. We are on 210 views combined tonight. Bear in mind, they're both still relatively young as like mature adults. It's just crazy. The black robe of the Golden Phoenix takes on the wizard, because to me she is a wizard. She's an absolute magician. That is Tam Nakano. This is white and pure versus black and twisted. Death's Door meets Heaven's Gate. Some of this shit that I'm coming up with Michael Culkin doing his fucking life. The lights return. We have a stare down. The red belt is removed from the waist of the champion and presented to the referee. Presented to the face of the challenger. And she is ready to go. Telling both ladies come forward. The faint stare versus the sudden, beautiful, elegant pose of Tam Nakano. And here comes the stare down. Oh, it's beyond words. Seiya Kamatani turns her back to the challenger, and the challenger turns her back to the champion. Both ladies awaiting the bell. As we go to ad breaks. Shocking. Murillo's just done a goal line saving clearance. It finishes 2-2. Forest versus City. Back to the action. We're now at 10 minutes. The announcers are making their call. I'm like, fuck this. Guys, just skip to to where I am because this is bullshit. 12 minutes, 33 seconds. Takes too long to announce this. We have a stare down. All black versus all white. Circling each other. Both ladies trying for a knuckle lock. And breaks free. We are underway. Say Kamatane does have the height advantage as well. A shove by Tam and a forearm. Standard wrestling takedown from Seiya Kamatani, but Tam Nakano wraps her legs round. This is where most people would be very excited. Oh, no, that's funny. Rotations between front face lock from Seiya. Trapped round. Again. Yeah, unfortunately, those bastards won. The strength from Tam Nakano here, this front face lock. Headlock into a takeover from Saya Kamatani. Head scissor. More than welcome for the angles. Flips over into a bridge. Lovely strength. Into a backslide. The champion overpowers. Went for the Kamagoi. Rolls through. Heel kick. And we have a face-off. And the crowd claps for both ladies. Match resumes. And the collar and elbow tie-up. Into a waistlock back suplex from the challenger, who's fired up. The challenger up to the top rope. Here comes the champion. She's going to try and throw her off the top. Oh, lovely. Saya Kamatani with a throw. Yep, they drew. Saya Kamatani throws Tam Nakano on the ring apron to the front of the crowd here. Amongst the fans. Double arm Irish whip reverse. And another reversal sequence. Use the post to defend herself. Forearm from the champion. Full speed. Spinning heel kick. Holding her championship up high. Excellent ring presence and natural charisma from the champion. Steel chain. Attacking the referee now. There is no disqualifications. Wrapping the chain round the neck of Tam Nakano. If you saw that GTA meme, Saya Kamatani is choking her like Chopper the dog. We'll call her Chopper Tam for now. Hanging her off the top turnbuckle. It is no disqualification, so why is the referee fucking counting? Stupid, man. a steel chair. And Saya decides to sit down. Stealing herself in the best way. I like that type of energy. The challenger struggling to get back to her feet. Nakano back in the ring. She tried to catch Saya off guard, but she got caught. Drop toe hold in, a single-legged drop kick. Good combination attacks here from the champ. And a stomp to the back of the neck. Driving the foot into the throat again, using the ropes as leverage. Can't escape, but lets her go. Saya Kamatani grabs Tam Nakano by the hair. Spinning around. And again. Headlock takeover. That moves beat Darby Allin twice. And then spinning that jaw. Nakano makes the ropes, forces a break. It's hate versus cosmic angels, and so far, darkness is prevailing. Into the corner. If you want a standard of excellence when it comes to women's professional wrestling, look no further than Stardom. In terms of where we are right now in the landscape of professional wrestling, there is nowhere better. Here's a Pistons fire forearms. But then Kamatani reverses and drives her fingers into the eyes of Tam Nakano, blinding the challenger temporarily. Double leg. Going for a scorpion death drop. No, it's a neck breaker instead. Good move. Right, back in a minute. Because we're on Netflix breaks. fucking stupid mic. I didn't realize I was on mute. Bastard. Well, that sucks. I've just done some great calling. So, to recap. Beautiful crossbody. The champion then counters the challenger by trying to do a fisherman buster on the stage. She gets caught into a very top of the stage, hits her with a running bush psycho knee into the face. We're now back in the ring. The champion is in big trouble here. The challenger is up. Purple hair and fully fleshed white gear, ready to go. It kicks her right in the hamstring. Can't believe I was on mute. That is fucking crap. That was some excellent commentary. Tam Nakano gets behind Saya Kamatani. All I'm going to say is, yes, she's trying a German suplex. Women are not supposed to bend like that, let alone men as well. No person should be able to bend like that. Oh, my poor back is taking this pain. Elbows from Kamatani. Blocks the attack. Forearm strike. And there's a bicycle kick. The champion is red hot. Figuratively. Saya Kamatani. Front face lock position. Fisherman suplex. No. Counter again. Tigerplex. Tam Nakano hits a picture-perfect Tigerplex on the apron, begging for the champion to get up. Oh, apron Hurricane Rana to the floor. No wasted moves. No wasted time. I did try to lip read. They don't make mistakes. Like, they just don't make mistakes. It's so good. We're on 94, 135 views. No, we're not on Michael's, Brett. We are watching the women's match first. We're watching the amazing women's match. Just don't let Tammy see that, although she's actually not in the chat now anyway. Although neither's Josiah. I think everyone's decided to pop off for a bit, which I understand. To be fair, this is actually enough to be a main event anyway. We could easily do Brett Michaels another night. Missile dropkick, full mount position. That's a really, really good pin position. Single-legged overhead Northern Lights suplex into the second one. Going for a trifecta. She got her. Better than constantly seeing the Three Amigos. A single-legged Northern Lights plex. Patella style. She has the arms trap. Went for Kamigoye. Countered. Swings through. German suplex. But Kamatani gets up. Inverted Frankensteiner. And Nakano's like, fuck off. Straight back up into a German. I love that energy. Kamatani straight back up, drives Nakano neck back in with another inverted Hurricane Rana. Preferably a Frankensteiner, but still good. Nakano up, waist lock, going for another German. No, Kamatani tries to roll into a victory roll, but Nakano's like, no chance. Chaos Fury German suplex. 1, 2, kick out. I love as well they're not rushing for so many falls. We're getting good breaks in between each fall. I like that as well. That's a subtle thing about pro wrestling that doesn't happen a lot. I like this. Saya Kamatani back to her feet. Tam Nakano up to the top rope. Kamatani goes to match her. 1 foot up. Is she going to go for a Hurricane Rana? Super Hurricane Rana to be exact. Yes. Oh, drives her down. Picture perfect move there. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out. Rage from the champion. Infuriated. Fisherman Buster into Michinoku style. 1, 2. Kick out. She signals the death taunt. Drags her. She's looking to the top rope. Going up. It can only be one move. She's losing her balance. The champion has lost her balance. And here comes the challenger. That was all that she needed. Going for Tigerplex. Super Tigerplex. 100%, James. Going for another Tigerplex. No, rolls through. Victory roll. Double stomp. This is women's wrestling. This is what TNA used to be. Now it's fucking Dana Brooke. Ugh. It used to be this. It used to be Perazzo. It used to be top tier wrestlers. Now it's fucking Dana Brooke. Thank fuck for Stardom. It's just an example of some shit that exists, Abo, unfortunately. This ad break is fucked. What the hell? You better not have fucked. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, you better not have frozen. I'd have been pissed. There we go. We're now at the 30-minute mark of this video. The challenger face down, well, on her stomach with her face to the side. Tam Nakano on her back. Both women staring at each other. There's a very interesting smile and look from the challenger. It's a look as if she knows that she's beaten. It's actually, that is incredible storytelling. Just look at them. Saya Kamatani is in tears. This is what competition is all about. Two women striving to be the best. Both women helping each other to the top. What a slap. Tam Nakano bitch slap the champion. And Saya Kamatani slaps her back. Oh, she's actually moving the hair. She's kissed her hand. Whoa, power slap doesn't compete. No, power slap does not compete. What a slap by Tam Nakano. Egging on the chat. Oh, she's bust her lip as well. Oh, what a slap. And Nakano licks her lips. She's well turned on by this. What a slap. Here we go. We have a slap fest. Piston fire. What an attack from Kamatani. She's actually taking the mick out of Nakano. And there's the big one. Full speed. Super kick. Saya Kamatani ducks through. Spinning heel kick. But Nakano's right back up. Spinning heel kicks from both ladies. Went for a left one. Caught into a Saito suplex. The challenger is in full control. The challenger's in control. Full speed. Hurricane Rana. Picture perfect from the champ, but Nakano just gets right back up. And there's another Psycho knee. Full speed. Shining Wizard. Once again. There's another one. She is kicking 7 shades of black shit out of her attire right now. It is so fucking good. This is wrestling. And there's another Psycho knee. It's got to be. Look at that mount position. That's a very unique pin. And the cameraman was very aware of what he was assigned there. Fire up taunt from the challenger. The crowd is behind the challenger. Oh, Celtic are second. Fuck off. I hate that. Standing suplex bridge, holding on to the champion. Oh, spiked her. Screwdriver style. Arm trap. Ringer. Going for the one trapped Tigerplex. Got her. Kick out. Only just. An incredible kick out by Saya Kamatani. Honestly, what a fucking incredible kick out. 95 and 145. Not bad. 140 views then. Big headbutt from Kamatani. For the World Stardom Championship, both women's careers on the line at this point, and they're living up to the hype. The billing. Both women headbutting each other. Little to no protection. This is not professional wrestling. This is an art form. This is the roof of the Sistine Chapel by Michelangelo up against the Mona Lisa. Oh, she's spinning caught in the Tigerplex. 1 count kick out. Rolls through. Going for the Saito suplex. 1 count from Tam kick out here. Saya going in. Went for that Fisherman Patella buster. And there was an attempt on it from Tam, but it didn't go anywhere. She's going to steal Saya's move. Oh, she got her. Cover. 1 count. What a power up. Unbelievable. Tam Nakano rolls through front suplex position. Saya counters. Spiked her. Cover. 1. Again, another 1 count from a big power move. Tam. Opposite corner. Full speed. Running big boot from Saya Kamatani. Picks up the challenger. Front face lock. Lifts the knee. Spinning. Fisherman buster. into the cover for the final time. 1, 2. She didn't kick out. She lifted her up. That wasn't a break. That was a forced break, deliberate by the champion. So damn good. What a match. Picture perfect wrestling match. She's got both arms. Kamagoi. 1, 2. She kicks out. I love the Kamagoi. Double arm trap, single-legged knee strike. Taps around. She's going to use that same arm trap, Tiger Plex. Lands it. 1, 2, 3. It's over. But that referee deliberately stopped the count. Wow. I haven't watched this in quite a while, but still. I've got goosebumps on my arm because of this. Both arms filled with goosebumps. Elevated heart rate from such an incredible match. Tears flowing from the champion. The face of disgust from the challenger. The highest of highs when it comes to an elite level professional wrestling match. Unbelievable. Oh. It's built. I don't get tears, but I get emotion built up through my body. An out of body experience. Wow. You know what? I don't. I simply don't think you can do it justice. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna disrespect these two by doing a match to follow this. That's going to be our main event of the evening. We will watch Brett versus Shawn Michaels next Wednesday instead. That'll be our match next week. But ladies and gentlemen, that right there is what professional wrestling is all about. A pure, incredible spectacle of women who just wrestle without consequence, wrestle without breaking a sweat. They wrestle with complete unreal hunger to win. And it was incredible. but still the Stardom World Champion at that moment. Seiya Kamatani, the fallen challenger, Tam Nakano, at this point is now forced to retire. The stakes are high. There can be no turning back. But what a match as it hits 10:04 in the evening. Tam Nakano has to listen as the champion is stricken with words. There's real emotion from the champion talking about her fallen opponent. Both women up to their knees, facing each other. In Japanese, she has thanked her for a great match and acknowledging she's had a great career. Talking about if there's anybody you could have a career type match like with anybody like that, it has to be her. That a match like that is what they'll be remembered for. And despite being great rivals, she will miss her. Amazing energy. Love it. That's real raw emotion. Love it. I don't think you can pick a better representation of ending a 500 subscriber stream. I don't think there's a better representation than this. And I don't think there ever will be. Especially if 509 subscribers, where we have such a great audience tonight. And I am eternally grateful to you all for tonight, for every night for the past 3 years as a major channel. Thank you, Wally. Welcome to the Weekly Steelchair, Wally. Such a brilliant Discord group, by the way. Like, honestly, really kind. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you one and all for an amazing show. Tomorrow, Thursday, you know the score. I won't be here tomorrow, but I will be back Friday. Have a fantastic evening. And just like one person reached new heights, you too can soar if you try. And additionally, all you have to do is put yourself in the shoes of someone you think is worth following. someone that is worth believing in, someone that gets you completely. It was the perfect rematch to the 2024 event from the same pay-per-view. It was the perfect ending to a rivalry. It was a perfect way to climatize what it means to be a champion. But that is where we end it. And we're going to end it with this bold image. We're going to end with this. A true spectacle. A great match. One for the ages, as they say. And it really was. We're going to end with that. Right here is the fallen challenger, the victorious champion, with raw emotion between the eyes. That, my friends, is professional wrestling. This is the Weekly Steelchair, where, in the same way, don't miss out. Wrestling never stops. And if you come back again, you're not going to get you're not going to get concussion when you get hit over the head with a steel chair. You're just going to keep getting hit so much that you keep coming back for more. This is the Weekly Steelchair. I am your host and owner, Reece. I have a phenomenal community of Carl, James, Abel, Chester. Great names, just name a few. The lovely Tammy, the wicked one that is Roisin. Where is she in the chat? Because she left quite a while ago. Where is she? There she is. The madness that's Catherine. The bewildered one that's Josiah. Dan doing his thing. Of course, you've got Temple as well. You've got Nick who popped in earlier tonight as well. Thank you very much. Joseph appeared too earlier on. Xavier's been in the chat tonight as well. Like I say, I remember when everybody's first show was when you first commented. I remember it all. I see it all. I hear it all. I feel it all. And we live to go another day. Justin as well was in tonight. Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure. It's been an incredible show. Billy, you as well, my friend. You were in too. All I got to say is to you all, Zodiac, I thank you. I will see you. Not surprised. Not surprised. You know what? The team that works hardest for it wins it. Let that be a lesson. If you want to succeed in life, you work hard. You work hard, you get something. And with that, this long-winded intro and outro is underway. All I can say, plain, simple, take a chair, swing it, and you'll find yourself at the door of the Weekly Steelchair. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all again on Friday. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Lipsticks and Lariats, we'll be seeing you March 15th. Au revoir. And Tina, you too, over on Twitch. And today, our time comes to an end. This has been another exciting stream. Thank you very much for watching. And also, remember, if you get cracked over the head with a steel chair, you're not going to get concussion. You're just going to come back here. Goodbye.